So, Mr. Bruce Wayne, isn't it? You wanted to have a chat with the court, I perceive.
You should know, Mr. Bruce Wayne, not to persist the Court of Owls, or else, because eventually, you'll all join. Not even Thomas or Martha Wayne could escape us. Ayo, cut out the accent. It's time to load up the bags. We're leaving this place immediately. Gotham City ain't safe no more for the court, because honestly, this bat is getting in our way. He's always trying to thwart us, but hey, you know what? We're gonna stand our ground. That's it. Load up the Talons. We're gonna beat him down. It's time to teach this Batman a lesson that he doesn't mess with the Court of Owls. We're the rich socialites that you should never ignore, because honestly, if you do, you're gonna end up with some brains bashed in, just like the Riddler pulled up to your house and just went down on you, because honestly, we're called the Court of Owls for a reason. We do our own judging. We judge whatever we want, and if it's unworthy of our attention, then we burn it out. We throw it to the side, just like the back curb toy. So maybe it's time that I load up the guns and shoot you down, Batman. Hey yo, don't mess with the court unless you want some holes in ya. Don't mess with the court unless you want a bullet straight through your head, Batman. It's the last lesson you'll ever get. It's the last taught you'll get from the Court of Owls.
Ayo, call me the Talon. I'm more than a rich socialite than you, millionaire Bruce Wayne. I'm gonna knock you down. I'll beat you down for the court because they've decided that you're unworthy of their attention. It's time to knock you out because you decided to bail. But hey, you're going to fail if you ever try to attack me. I'll load up the beats. I'll load up the track because honestly, it's time to teach this man a lesson because he doesn't get to fight back against the court. That's just a no-no. That's a big no-no. It's time to wave my finger at you. It's time to beat you to a bloody pulp. Beat you to a...
Hey yo, don't mess with the court unless you want some holes in ya. Don't mess with the court unless you want a bullet straight through your head, Batman. It's the last lesson you'll ever get. It's the last taught you'll get from the Court of Owls. Here's the lesson, Bruce Wayne. Don't mess with the court unless you want some bullets in you. Don't mess with the court unless you want to be burnt to the ground. Don't mess with the fire, yeah. So call me Firefly because I'm about to tear you to the ground. I'm about to strip you into shreds because you're being such a little brat. I must beat you down because honestly, that's what the Court of Owls wants. That's what the Court of Owls will get. You're being such a nuisance. Hey yo, don't mess with the court unless you want some holes in ya. Don't mess with the court unless you want a bullet straight through your head, Batman. It's the last lesson you'll ever get. It's the last taught you'll get from the Court of Owls.
Ayo, called this a hypothesis, but I think that Talon's gonna take down the bat. We're gonna shoot you straight out of the sky, Batman, so don't even try. You're just a freak of nature, so it's time that I bring you down. It's time that I rip you into shreds, because honestly, you're being such a nuisance. You're playing with us like we're just a bunch of cards in the deck, but honestly, we're not. So it's time that you start leaving, because honestly, this ain't no joke. I'm not the Joker. I'm gonna rip you into shreds. That ain't no playing. I'm not playing with you.
Hey yo, don't mess with the court unless you want some holes in ya. Don't mess with the court unless you want a bullet straight through your head, Batman. It's the last lesson you'll ever get. It's the last taught you'll get from the Court of Owls. Excuse me, Bruce Wayne, but I think you've much overstayed your welcome. So it's time that I teach you a lesson. It's time that I knock you down, silly, because honestly, don't play with the court unless you want these hands. Don't play with the court unless you want the Talon coming after ya.